So, while I'm on the subject, I may as well talk about why I've been on this kick lately of bashing Christians. It's because they give people false hope. I would say the same thing about people that believe in aliens and that they're a benevolent force. Anyone that believes in an all-encompassing benevolent force is part of the problem, because evil is the prevailing entity of our world. Maybe it's not like that outside of our world, but as far as I can see, evil is the prevailing and dominant hegemony to our existence. So, based on that, we can come to the conclusion that any sort of god or any sort of alien being either doesn't care about our plight, is incapable of doing something about our plight, may be capable of doing something about our plight, but not to the extent necessary to vanquish evil, or is non-existent. Those are the four outcomes that we must live with. If we come to this conclusion and we are able to accept it, then we can start working on doing something about it. Once we realize that yes, the world is indeed a dark and murderous place, then from there, we are motivated to do something about it because we are no longer under the restrictive idea that somehow we are bound to these rules to live a certain way. We are not going to burn in hell for killing people, for stealing, for lying, for cheating, for subverting, and we should use everything we can to our advantage to make the world a better place. I do believe that the ends justify the means, and that you can do bad things and it have good results. So, all religion does is keep people from doing the things they need to do to actually make the world a better place. So, religion keeps us in hell rather than gives us the opportunity to go to heaven. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why I don't like Christians. Not all Christians are like that. But most of the people that call themselves Christians are. Most of the real Christians aren't busy calling themselves Christians. They're out doing things, such as Westboro Baptist Church. That's why I like Westboro Baptist Church. Westboro Baptist Church doesn't worry about whether or not they are considered real Christians by the standards of churchgoers. They are out there protesting dead soldiers and dead gay people and shit like that. They take great enjoyment out of tormenting their families. And why? Because those families are evil. Their children are evil. The dead soldiers and the dead gays are evil. At least in their minds. And that's enough. The fact that they're doing something about that evil and taking joy out of doing something about that evil makes them good. That's why I support Westboro Baptist Church. The only other Christian denomination I can think of that I have that kind of admiration for is Jehovah's Witnesses. I've never met a Jehovah's Witness personally, but from what I gathered of the Watchtower pamphlets, it sounds like something I could get into. So, that's my video for why I bash Christians. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm some kind of militant atheist that just hates you because you believe in a supernatural being. That's not what this is about. What this is about is how conveniently most people that believe in a supernatural being leave it up to the supernatural being to do good things, or that they believe all the bad in the world is conveniently part of the supernatural being's divine plan, rather than admitting that it's bad and doing something about it, or at least accepting that it's bad and validating that and just accepting the truth for what it is. No, it's got to be some kind of divine plan. There's got to be some kind of ring to it. There's got to be a motive, a backstory. Like, when we all die, we're just going to figure it out. It's going to be like, oh, now it all makes sense now. Now it all makes sense why people in the third world are starving to death, and why rape and murder and bullshit is the predominant, verb going around, and why my life sucks, and why your life sucks, and why nothing ever has any answers, and we just have a whole bunch of questions haunting us. And from the moment we are born, we are crawling on our hands and knees and climbing on walls to get up, and we stand erect, only to have to walk to work and to school and to more enslavement, and our entire lives are revolve around impressing other people and making them happy and satisfying what they think we should be, and that it's our fucking duty to them to work our asses off and be nice to them and engage in our enslavement with a smile. There's nothing to fucking smile about. There's nothing to pray about. There's nothing to look forward to. It gets worse. So, I guess that's it.